Hi, my name is Shannon. My channel is Shannon Talks Yarn, and I'm outside today on this absolutely gorgeous late spring, early summer day, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk to you if you have been watching all of the TikToks or Reels about all the cozy hobbies. So maybe you watch all the embroidery or crochet or knitting or needlepoint and don't exactly know the difference, what they're about. I thought I would take this time to share with you some reasons that crochet might actually be the coziest hobby ever and why you might want to do it. If that's something that appeals to you, please stick around. So the very first thing you might find about crochet is that it is a fantastic stress relief. It gives you time to sit down and focus on nothing else except your yarn and your stitches and the person that you're making that item for, whether it's yourself or someone else. Let me explain. When I sit down to make something for myself or someone else, I am able to just block out the rest of the world and I can focus on the stitches I'm making, being very, how do I want to say this, conscious of the stitches I'm making, the yarn I'm using for this project. And as every stitch goes, especially if it's a gift for someone else, I'm thinking about that person as I'm working through it and just focusing my love and attention on them. You know, what I've now come to realize might actually be some undiagnosed ADHD was before my frustration because I felt like I had all of these ideas and like I felt bloated with ideas, for lack of a better word, if that makes sense. But I had so much inside of me that needed to be expressed. And I didn't know how to necessarily express those ideas and thoughts in love. And crochet has given me such a good reason. So my second reason that crochet might be the answer to the question you don't know you're asking is that it gives you unlimited opportunity for artistic expression. Crochet, there are so many yarns, so many stitches, and so many projects and patterns out there that you can go a lifetime and never complete everything and feel like you've learned everything. The person that I refer to a lot as my crochet tutor, my friend Jeanette, she's been crocheting for over 50 years. And, we were talking the other day about a technique that she still hadn't learned. And, even though she's my tutor, I was actually able to show her this technique. So there are absolutely unlimited opportunities through your crocheting career isn't the right word, but through your crochet lifetime for you to express yourself in so many different ways. I mean, I could make a separate video just on that, but when you look at the types of crochet that are out there. I mean, maybe you want to create wearables, maybe you want amigurumi, maybe you want bags. I mean, those are three small categories. The yarn is such a great expression as well. I mean, do you like big chunky velvet yarns? Do you like bright, vivid colors? Do you like dustier colors? Do you like rainbow colors? Like, there's unlimited yarns in the world. There seems to be an absolutely infinite number of yarns out there, and such a great way for you to express yourself. Speaking of my tutor friend Jeanette, another great reason that you might want to start crochet is that it gives you the opportunity to connect with people. This gave me such a great opportunity. We had known each other, but it really gave us something to connect with on a different level. And we get to share special things that we've made. We get to share that excitement when we find something new. And, in my life, I didn't have anyone in my family that knew how to crochet or was interested in it, but I was fortunate enough to have this friend. And I do want to offer part of the reason that I made this YouTube channel is that if you don't have someone in real life who can be that friend for you, I am most definitely here to be that friend for you. Let me show you real quick back here. I want to share just a little bit. We planted this apple tree when we moved in, and it is It's been about 7 years, and you can see I am just getting some tiny, tiny apples on here. I really hope that they continue to bloom. I don't know if they're going to be big enough for us to eat this year or not, but I am so excited about these tiny apples. Let's keep moving, and I'll give you another great reason. Aside from connecting with a person in your life or connecting with me, this is an awesome opportunity to actually get to connect with the past. I had a gal tell me, you know, when she thinks of crochet, she always thinks of her grandma, and it's very, very fond memories. And you know, unfortunately, you know, my grandparents are all gone, but that if that was me and my grandma did crochet a lot, you know, I would be able to think of her while I made that project. And that's something very special, to be able to pass that down and, you know, to continue to like kind of reach into the past. And on that same note, it is a great time to slow down and experience a life that they may have, you know, had in the past a little bit more when we weren't inundated with streaming services and text messages, and you know, those nights at home were slow and quiet, and you had the opportunity to work on a project. It's a great time to really revisit that lifestyle. Let's go ahead and head inside, and we'll talk about the very last reason that crochet might be the cozy hobby that you're looking for. That was so warm out there, you guys. Iowa is a funny place. It is so cold in the winter, and it gets so hot and humid in the summertime. It's an interesting place. I am a little bit winded, so I apologize, but being out there in the heat and then coming up the stairs, it kind of got me a little bit, so please bear with me. But the last reason that crochet is the cozy hobby for you is because of the practical skills that you learn from this. And you have the opportunity, not only for like personal growth and personal development, but it's also a great chance for you to make things that you can't find in the store or are just better off homemade. So I wanted to show you a couple small projects here. This is a hair bow I have made recently, and this was made with 100% cotton yarn. And then this is also one of these little, I don't know what you'd call it, like a little spring-loaded barrette. I don't know if you can see that, you put it down. And so I would probably wear this in the back of my hair, like with like a half pony, right? You know, like in this area, but in the back is how I would wear this. And this video is the first in a series I am doing where I will be teaching some very basic crochet steps and giving you actual projects to use those steps in. So this will be in an upcoming video where we learn about single crochet, increases and decreases. And I know probably right at the moment you have no idea what that means, and it doesn't really matter, but that's okay. But if that's something you're interested in, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It will be a few videos down the road, because this is not your beginner stitch. We'll have a handful, maybe 3 or 4 ahead of this one. But if that is something you're interested in, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss that. I would love it. And then another project I wanted to show you, and we'll be covering something similar to this in the series as well, is a gift that I'm very excited that I made for my daughter. And my daughter is in her mid-20s, and she is just an amazing human being, and I probably would not have had as much guts to come on YouTube if she wouldn't have just been such a good support for me. And of course, as her mom, I just always want to make her things. So let me show you something. And she doesn't know she's getting this yet. She saw the fabric, but she doesn't know, like I think she knows she's getting it for her birthday, but she doesn't really know what the finished product is going to look like. So let me show you. So I got this fabric at Joann, and it is adorable in my opinion. It's got little mice and little strawberries all over it. And I'm like, what could be cuter? I couldn't even tell you. This is their fleece. It's not the Blizzard fleece. It's like the one that's a little bit of a step above that. But if you watch Joann's sales, oftentimes they will mark their fleece down to $3.99 a yard. So this is 2 yards. So this was $8 is all for the fabric. And then what I did was I went ahead and went around the edges and crocheted this border. And I absolutely love it. I think it is so cute, so cottagey, so cozy. I absolutely love it. I really do. And you know, this was a little more, this is not hard, but this is a little more advanced than we'll go over in this particular series. But I will be showing you how to make this. And we might actually go a step easier and buy a fleece blanket that has some edging already around it. So don't be intimidated by this. I will have all the details later on, and we'll actually go to a store and pick something out together too, so we can do that. But this is such a great way to personalize a gift for someone. And you know, this was a few hours worth of work. It was not bad. An actual blanket of this size, that was, you know, the whole 2 yard was actually crocheted, would take lots and lots more time. But this is something that can be made fairly quickly. And like I said, I absolutely love the green and the cream and then the ruffle on here. So if you see my daughter, don't tell her what she's getting, but just know that this is something that once you learn those few basic crochet stitches, you can put something together like this, like I said, within a few hours. This little dude, he makes some occasional appearances on this channel, but he was just a little too cute taking a bath here by this little crochet doily that I had to take the opportunity to introduce him. So as I said, this will be the first in a series. So if you're watching this right after this video comes up on YouTube, what I'll do is I will link a video up here that is to my podcast for Slow Cozy Crochet, and it will be relevant to starting crochet as well. But if you're watching this at a later date, the video up here will be the next in the series that you'll want to watch, where we are actually going to cover some of the reasons why you should probably already have started crochet. And I'm going to take you into a store and pick out those very first supplies that you'll need. I'm Shannon from Shannon Talks Yarn, and thank you for talking yarn with me today. Bye!